My man preaching as he's
In
choking
that
his dude
day, all their thoughts shall perish.
Is he
I am
saving
the
his
way,
soul before
the
they-
truth,
before he dies?
and the life.
What's going on, it's your boy Syntell with the Intel, and you already see Rekkai is in the building. What's going on, champion?
Hello, Governor.
Hey! Perfect thing to say for a perfect type of series. Guy Ritchie is in the house, and he is bringing to us The Gentleman, the series. Hopefully, you got a chance to check out our movie review of the OG original before you hopped on to this. And if you haven't, it's already on the view list. And of course, you can catch our previous episode with the series with a link in the description. Make sure you stay to the very end because me and Rekkai are gonna chop it up, have a bit of a back and forth, if you will, regarding other things we enjoyed and the things we might be, scratching our heads about. So without any further ado, let's get started. We have achieved the dooms.
We have the dooms.
The Gentleman, so far it has lived up to the hype, and for me, it's personally gone above my expectations. So I'm curious to see how we sort some of the madness that we saw in episode 1.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea how bad this is?
Yeah.
I think I have some idea.
Oh, and he's done?
Mr. OCD, give him the money.
I can help you deal with him too.
We're not going to kill him.
You got any better ideas?
4 million to the dollar.
Yeah. You in a bad situation, my guy. Ah!
Say nothing. You had the coming.
That damn
He
Freddy.
dipped.
Knees to chest.
He dipped. Oh, shit.
Oh, Freddy reloading?
Spliff smoking, thinking about
Tackle Tommy Woo Woo. Oh,
But
man.
Freddie can't shoot.
only really used to smoke on the jet, but now it's strictly damn buds. If it's not haze, then it's kush. I be on me lights up everywhere, shit with dank nuts.
Yeah, you're right. He's knees to chest.
Knees to chest.
Just go and cop that shit, you get me? Just go and cop that shit, but don't be a little bum and go and rep that shit.
But he's calling the other cartel people, so.
All right, Jeff.
Damn.
What are we
Pop
hunting,
up
you
from?
guys? Blue tracksuit. Freddy, take the north route. I'm gonna go east.
Damn Freddy.
Either which way, make sure you cop that shit, you get me? Make sure you got that shit. Make sure you got that shit, but don't be a little bum and go and rep that shit, you get me?
Oh, shoot. Oh. Oh. Man, you surprised you're not asleep.
But don't be a little bum and go and rob that shit, you get me? Just go and cop that shit, you get me?
Damn, man.
Take a breather, son.
Like a braver son. There he is sitting there chilling, waiting on.
Chilling.
Please don't hit me.
We're not gonna hurt you, Jethro.
I don't know, man. Freddy might hurt you.
Mm.
I'm like, you just fucking killed Tommy.
I promise you, we will not hurt you.
Right. Let's finish this.
Well done. Now you can tell me who you was just contacting.
Let him come, Eddie.
This dude.
What is the wrong? You was just in the freezer, dude. Like,
Okay, let's all take a moment to cogitate. Maxie,
To cogitate.
take over.
There's your Jeopardy word for the day.
right.
Sorry, John. We can't get hold of our Tommy. He's not answering his phone.
So,
Well, he was supposed to be picking up that money, and he's disappeared.
what did it say?
It was ambiguous,
What do you mean it was ambiguous?
not clear, open to interpretation.
Do you literally want me just to stand there and look at him? Can I do my job in that? Like a toilet?
I want you to engage your brain, Jimmy.
Fucking.
Just don't let him use a phone. Remember, he's our prisoner and he's in trouble. Don't let him talk his way out of it.
Ah, cool, boss. No problem.
Yeah, you gonna mess this up too.
Do you smoke bud? Why? Have you got any?
Have you got any?
Look, the last thing any of us want is another dead body. Killing's messy. It's bad for business. But you need to understand what we're dealing with here.
Mm-hmm.
It's fairly low down on the food chain. But his brother, the Gospel, however...
Gospel?
And he knows some very powerful people.
Like who?
Jesus. And his dad. Who have helped make him one of the biggest cocaine dealers in the Northwest.
Of course.
Jesus and his dad. Naughty combo.
Put not your trust in princes, or in the children of men, in whom there is no salvation.
The cartel boss is a...
Go forth, and he shall return into his earth.
My man preaching as he's choking this dude out.
All their thoughts shall perish.
Is he
I am
saving
the
his soul
way,
before
the truth,
before he dies?
and the life. To the Father, except through me.
Retribution in manifest.
The fact that his nickname is the Gospel.
Felix, are you all right?
Oh, yeah, very well, thank you. I was just getting out of bed, actually.
Listen, I've got a bit of work for you. Are you free today?
Today. Just let me check my schedule.
Again, that's going to end horribly. He's ripped.
It's your lucky day.
I'm free.
Yeah, but I'm gonna need a driver.
Hydrofolic acid.
Says
Bone saw.
sauce,
Reciprocating saw.
reciprocating saw,
Plastic bags.
so bags.
And hazmats.
Huh?
Hazmats.
And Jasmine.
That's my strength.
Yeah, my man can
That's
barely
right.
stand straight.
This particular brand of cheese is just more lethal than mustard gas. These brothers are fucking lunatics. There's only one thing they like more than loving, and that's killing.
Damn.
Well, I might believe you, Jethro. But I'm not the only one you need to convince.
They're gonna kill me, aren't they?
Not necessarily.
Blanket, open up the bag and check out the mat, please.
In process.
It's cold.
So isn't this your guy from the Covenant? Like the
Yes.
main dude? Yeah.
It is. It sure is. I was like, where have I seen him before? Yep.
Is that the gun that was used?
It is indeed.
Was that at Gainsborough?
Almost got blood on it too.
You see, in my craft, you have to have a holistic approach.
What?
Okay.
Blanket,
He's a
take
vegan
the gun,
cleaner.
put it in the boot of the car, then drive it round the back of the estate so it's out of sight for the time being. I'll dismember the body outside.
You gotta have a guy that does your
Yes,
cleanup
yes,
crew.
I provide a full service, including the removal of witnesses.
He's like, just in case, you know, we'll take care of that too. Wow, that was very formal.
It was. Kind of like how they do things over here.
On a container ship to Australia with £2 million in his pocket.
Well, wouldn't it be easier if we just shipped him off to Lapland? He could hang out with Father Christmas, hide out with the elves, and...
He's made some bad decisions. He wouldn't be doing what he was doing if he had another option.
What do you think, Felix?
I think we should chop his fucking head off.
Yeah, man, 2 million more in the hole. My goodness.
I know what your father would do. He, too, would chop his fucking head off.
Clean the house, but don't get rid of the body. Is that okay?
Do you mind if we have a minute?
No, please do.
Let's go for a chat.
Gladly.
He's like, please talk to him because I don't know what kind of...
You're using the Waterman Serenity ink, right? Blue, not black.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Make sure you use blotting paper.
Waterman Serenity ink.
There we go, sir.
I'm a posh twat who fucked up. E-I-E-I.
It's the best one so far.
Best of a bad bunch. Freddy, one more.
Oh,
hello.
well, Mom just showed up.
Is that Johnston with a T?
Yes, is he a friend of yours?
Well, we haven't been formally acquainted yet.
Then that's unfortunate that this invite isn't addressed to you.
But His Grace is blessed with a more compassionate heart than my own. And since I've been helping him with his business interests,
She's like, this is such
I thought I'd
bullshit.
lend a hand.
Mamas can smell bullshit.
Even nicely says that.
The gospel.
So you want to speak to me?
I imagine so, Freddy, yeah. Look, if this is going to work, you have to act like absolutely nothing is wrong, all right?
Yeah, good luck with that.
My name's John Dixon. Who am I speaking to, please?
You're speaking to Edward, his brother.
Oh, right. Well, that's a coincidence, because I'm ringing about my brother. Would it be all right if I drop by tomorrow morning, say it's 12 o'clock, just so we can talk things through?
If you think that would help, yes, of course.
Edel, I smell trouble.
Tomorrow at noon. Nice one.
Yeah, what choice did he have?
Freddie, why
Yeah.
the 2 cars? They brought an entire
Wow, the
football
2
team.
cars.
Trouble.
They brought the whole football team. Yeah.
Don't be intimidated by the look of my lads. They're
And their
good lads.
jumpsuits.
Nice lads.
He said the good lad, the good lads.
But your lecky bill must be shocking.
Sorry, what's a lecky bill?
Electric bill.
I believe you know my brother, Freddy.
I didn't know that either. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Was the business matter resolved to Tommy's satisfaction?
Yes. Tommy waited while his associate, Jethro, was it?
Yeah, it was Jethro. Yeah.
Yes, Jethro counted the money.
And then we got this cryptic text from Jethro. Errol, show him the cryptic text.
Cryptic.
Tackle Tommy Woo Woo.
Is that a religious thing?
I think not. The question is, what?
Or what? Yeah, that is a question.
There was one thing, however. Most probably nothing, but
Freddy looks so
there was a
guilty.
small altercation.
What do you mean by altercation?
While Jethro was counting the money, your brother became frustrated and words were exchanged.
So what was the nature of the disagreement?
Tommy was frustrated at how long the process was taking. Jethro didn't want to be rushed.
My hope is that Tommy has simply strayed from the path. Certainly wouldn't be the first time. And on that note,
fact that this
does
man's a
anyone
preacher
here
is wild.
feel the need to repent?
What is happening right now?
Yeah.
Do you wish
He's
to
very
share
poor.
something with us, Frederick?
Because you be any more stupid.
I'm sorry, Ed.
Yeah, I say
I was
sorry to me.
responsible for Monty's death then. I'm sorry, it was 25 years ago. I thought this was a safe space. I thought he could handle
Is there anything else?
Well, yeah, I did also finger that housekeeper you quite liked
Freddie.
when I was 4.
The Lord's telling him. The Lord has told me that my brother's on these here grounds.
When I was standing over there, I just experienced this overwhelming feeling that my brother's soul is no longer in his body.
What?
But as a mark of respect, I'd like us to spend a minute in silence. Would that be okay?
Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah.
I'm not closing my eyes though. Mm-mm.
Praying with one eye open, just.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
So you bought it? Kind of feels like you bought that.
I think it's a little too early to say.
Sure.
Mm.
If you did, though, if we get through this, I'll make it up to you.
Really?
I'll owe you my life.
Yes, you will, Fredwood.
That's a Fredward.
And just to be clear, you don't share the flat with anyone else, right?
Live on my own.
All right. Leave it with me.
This dude is about to squeal.
No, this is gonna go bad.
And I don't want to see the same thing happen to you.
I'm not going to let it. But
I'll
right
say
now, I
that
have to
too.
deal with a particular situation.
Ah, Freddy.
Of course it's pretty.
I'm going to remove their interest from this estate.
Just promise me you'll be careful.
So his plan is to get all this dealt with and then remove all that stuff from
That ain't
this.
happening.
Listen,
Yeah.
let's sit back and get your $5 million a year.
You better shut up.
And give it a light little titty wank. Gotta get the rhythm just right. Bird will give itself to you. Legs open, wings akimbo.
Right.
I'm under specific instructions not to let him have a phone. Because if I did, he could call someone. He's a prisoner, innit?
Ask him again where his fucking
Just put it on speaker, man.
Wait.
It's underneath my keyboard in the living room.
What? You play keyboard?
Yeah.
Yeah, time to see how them hands are now. Damn. Woo.
And it still didn't hurt him. He didn't hit him twice with, what was that, an iron?
Yeah, man. Hit him with a dart or something. Yeah, there we go. Right in the ear. Oh, that's
like
prison
it's gonna hurt
shaking.
that
Oh. Damn. Well, you need to
He
dip.
gonna
like,
owe Susie Glass
right
all
now.
kinds of shit.
Oh, yeah. It's just...
When-
Whoever the cleanup company
when-
is, boy, they're going to be eating like nobody's business.
Well, look at you. Dressed like a warrior. Did you get the passport? Any complications? You look a bit shit. I think it's our business.
And what's his business?
Meth. He's made billions from it.
Back to meth.
Is
Of
it-
course it's going to be meth because it was
Is
meth
that,
in...
is that Gus Fring?
Yeah, I was about to say. The chicken man.
Well, here we are. Mr. Johnston is somewhat jealous of your absence. Please.
His manservant, boy.
I know. He's a regular Farnsworth Bentley.
That's who I was trying to think of the name of, yes.
I ran into a friend.
It's a great pleasure. Permit me to introduce you to Princess Roseanne.
You got a princess at the crib, chilling.
Daddy fell off his horse. Oh. Don't say you're sorry, Eddie. I know you never liked him.
He had his merits. Principal one being you.
Oh, y'all gonna be cutting up. Yeah, he gonna get some cutty off of this one.
Perhaps you could help us solve the dispute we've been having.
Well, I think I'll catch up with the princess while you two polish each other's antiques.
Ah! Yeah, man, catch up with the princess.
I know that it will still be there when I return. And that is just enough time for you and I to share a cigar. Shall we?
little cat and mouse. Dang, the audacity to just leave it on the bar.
Mm-hmm.
That carousel money.
Thank you.
Dang.
Have your man bring her a shawl.
A shawl, not a blanket, a shawl.
Yeah, a shawl.
If only it were still the old days. You're going to need a partner.
What are you? A fucking oracle? You know that I don't.
You're absolutely right. I see the future. And if you want things to remain as they are, things will have to change.
Y'all better listen to Gus.
The watch, it's for you.
Watches are for retirement. Your timing's off.
Refined aggression.
Wait here.
It's probably engraved or something. They probably know it belongs to their family.
We found it parked up by the pilot boat dock on the River Thames.
This isn't a card, it's a coffin.
This was in his pocket. Exhibit A. Complete with a video of your brother's apology. So, looks like you were right after all.
That's the one. Did you find him?
Not yet, but we will. Don't you worry about that. There is just one little niggle, though.
Niggle.
It's a rather fine English-made sporting shotgun. Exhibit B. Apparently that's worth over £200,000. Well, how did Jethro get hold of a gun like that?
There's a simple explanation for that. It's mine. Or at least it's ours. It belongs to our father. Sloppily, the gun cabinet is often left unlocked, and Jethro was unattended.
Yeah, I thought it might be yours. It's not exactly the weapon of choice for a drug dealer on the Liverpudlian front line. This is much more its natural environment. That's why I brought it back. I thought it was appropriate to return the hand to the glove, as it were. But rest assured, judgment will be manifest. At which point, the gun will be returned. Errol!
Dang, how much did they say the gun was? 250,000?
200,000 pounds.
Wow.
Did you ever wonder where the money came from?
Slavery?
I think I need to show you something, Freddy.
At least he dressed it.
Yeah.
Why would you show him that?
That boat's going to take you to a merchant vessel, which will get you to Australia. Good luck, Jethro.
Thanks.
Jethro ain't gonna make it.
No.
Well,
I'm surprised he went along with it.
I'm sure you're right.
Listen, I appreciate all your help.
She gonna have her man on a boat take Jethro out.
Ooh.
Now, is there anything I can bring him?
He loves a barbecue.
In prison?
It's an open prison. And he has certain privileges.
You got them Godfather privileges.
I mean, beautiful sirloin. Beautiful.
Is that
All right, I'll be back at sunset, if that's all right with you, Mr. Glass.
When am I ever late?
You're talking about you're always fucking late.
Go on, piss off. Arise, Sir Loin. And the moniker stuck.
Sir Loin?
Huh.
Ain't that something?
Fuck me, excuse me, Christ.
It's making me hungry as hell.
Warm your knees.
Warm your knees.
Now you can talk in front of Mr. Kawasaki. I mean, he's very trustworthy. And this is to do with paying his taxes. Isn't that right, Chef?
I want you off my land by the end of the year. In return, I guarantee that I will make you much more money.
If it weren't for your coke-sniffing brother, we wouldn't be in this mess. Once you start the killing, you have to finish the killing.
And what about Jethro? We are going to let him go, right?
Hell no.
Oh, he's gone, isn't he?
He's gone.
She probably pocketed that $2 million too.
It's cold outside. Why did you come inside, friend?
Yeah, quite well too, thanks.
It's Felix.
Get yourself a warm cup of tea.
Cut his fucking head off.
I like Felix, the wet work guy. If you're watching this on YouTube, you're gonna see a cut down version of our reaction because we're only allowed to show you a limited amount of picture-in-picture. But if you wanna watch the whole thing with us uncut, uninterrupted, head over to our Patreon page at patreon.com/Syntell. Become a member of this channel. You'll get access to the full uncut reaction, but you will need your own Netflix, HBO Max, or Disney Plus subscription so you can open up each episode in an adjacent window to our reaction. We'll give you a little time with a small reference video at the bottom of the screen to help you sync up the footage. And it'll be like you're watching it with your favorite pals from the internet. All right, Patreon members, welcome to the extra episodes, extra sessions, extra innings, extra quarters. I don't know. We're about to jump. We're about to jump into the deeper elements of why I have been personally enjoying where we've been going so far. It's gonna be like a bit of a back and forth. It's just sit back, kick your feet up, and just enjoy the ride. All right, hey, so Rekkai, to end. I'm still loving the characters. Giancarlo Esposito is still there. I still can't shake Gus. For all of my Breaking Bad fans, you'll get that reference. But I am very excited that he is going to be, wow, I'm even more confident that he is going to be kind of like our antagonist, if you will. Maybe not a bad guy, because they're all technically not very good people, but our antagonist, our thing that our hero is going to have to overcome. And then we got introduced to one more, which could be a problem, could be an ally, could be a gift, could be the curse, we don't know, and that is Mr. Glass that we meet at the very end. As far as villainy goes, is this working out for you, or is it still kind of very subjective?
Well, I mean, because I trust Guy Ritchie, yes, so far. When it comes to Giancarlo Esposito, listen, he can do whatever he wants to. You know what I'm saying? He could probably read the phone book and be menacing. So I'm okay with it. And the fact that he is a power broker, but he's also he is I don't even want to say connoisseur, but I guess a collector of all things royal. Because there's one thing about having money. There's nothing about having money and power. But when you have the kind of titles, Lord and Duke and all the stuff that's going on overseas, you see he was all too ready to throw out, Rosie's 11th in line to be the queen of Belgium or whatever. Like, to most people, be like, okay, so, that doesn't mean much to us over here, but a lot of other people get off on that royalty. And it's so funny because royalty is just, the luck of the draw, the family that you're born into. It's not, it's different than a title that you've earned. It's a title that's given to you by happenstance, by birth. But that does lead to like a certain type of arrogance. I don't know. It's just, he kind of laid his cards out. You know what I'm saying? Like Susie kind of pressed him like, okay, we played in different lanes. You know what I'm saying? You did meth. We did bush. Like, we kept the friction down because we in two different lanes. And he's like, pretty much, in order for you, if you want to keep doing what you've been doing, things have got to change. And that could mean that with all his money and power, that he's making a play, something royal, parliament, government, or something that's going to force their hand where they got to come back to him to play ball in a new way that they haven't been doing. And for people who've been running their business the way that they've been running their business, that makes him a dangerous person, because the one thing they don't want to do is change if they don't have to.
No, I feel that. It adds a lot of questions, right? And I think that's going to be great for us, the viewers, because it gives us a lot more entertainment, with those possibilities. There was another character I did want to talk about too that we seem to be learning a little bit more about. Actually, we're just getting introduced to, and that is Felix. The wetworks guy, the bag man, if you will, the guy that does all of the dirty stuff that like the leaders of nefarious organizations have, and the way we get introduced to him, to me, is what is very telling. He's faded. I feel like it's the morning. He's like 5 or 6 pints in. He gets the call and is like, I got work for you. And he shows up, he knows his thing. He's obviously, very, very well versed and comfortable in this. But not just that, he's on call for other things too. What's his name's? Our main guy.
Eddie.
Eddie had his number, called him up. And then we also see him maybe even doing like a bit of some assassin duties at the very end as well, which is another element that I didn't even think that was in like his wheelhouse. I thought he was just going to be like the body guy or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I feel that he's going to be a very important character simply because this actor was prominently shown in a movie that he damn near, was very important to, and that is The Covenant, right? You don't waste that kind of billing, right? Certain actors, you just don't waste the billing because they're expensive. So I feel like he's going to be a very important part for the rest of the series. How'd you feel about him?
Well, the thing about Felix, when he was in the movie The Covenant, he was the co-star. He was a support. But every time that he was on screen, he sold. Like he did his thing. And he really, for the majority of that movie, he really kind of showed up Jake Gyllenhaal.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. He was very solid. Jake is a solid guy. But it's one of the things too that, well, I'm not gonna go into about Jake or whatever. He's not Donnie Darko anymore. That's for that. Hell,
he hasn't been the same since he was the
Roadhouse.
Prince of Persia. Yeah.
Yeah. But a dude that played Felix was super, super solid. And this, he comes in as kind of a ancillary character But he shows his worth immediately. Like, I would like the backstory on how because he's at the bar, but he's outside of the bar. He's sitting at a little table outside, but the table is full of bottles. Like you said, he's 5-6 pints in. I want the backstory about what happened the night before, how he ended up in that little spot. Because it did seem very early in the morning. He got, I don't know, he put something in his mouth, some kind of pill maybe, or something, herb. Had him some coffee to kind of, get sharp and get about it, because now he's on the job, he's on the clock. But as you see, as how he ended the night, he put in a full day's worth of work.
Yeah.
He definitely put in a full day's worth of work. And like you said, it's funny how this dude had just got into this world. He already got the phone number to a body man, to a cleanup crew. Like, for real, like, so everybody got the number. Because listen, if you tell me to call the cleanup crew, I'm gonna be calling Happy Maids or whatever. Some people what, $29 a room? You good? Okay. So this was very interesting. I thought that the frame job was kind of weak, and I thought that the gospel was going to see through it, and maybe he did. Maybe he just didn't let on. So that's going to be interesting. I don't really agree with Eddie showing Freddy what the hell was going on. I just think that that's a bad idea.
Yes.
Old dude still makes way too many bad and chaotic choices, and I just don't see any good coming of that. I don't know, but yeah, I was happy with the amount of time that Felix got in this episode. I don't know if he'll show up anywhere else, but I've always really liked directors who have a set pool of people that they, their go-to people that they pull in, even for small roles. Spike Lee's had them, Quentin Tarantino's had them, but I mean, some of the people, your Adam Sandlers, your Kevin Smiths, your Guy Ritchies, that always go to the pool and pull their people in, even if it's for a small role. I've always liked that. So seeing him use actors that he's used before and other things, like Vinnie Jones has worked with Guy Ritchie forever.
Yeah.
He's Bullet Tooth Tony, and
always will.
You can go back to damn near all of his movies, and Vinnie Jones has had a bit piece in almost all of them. So
yeah,
I really like that.
There's a couple other smaller characters that kind of got introduced. One is the princess. That I think I feel like we're gonna see that again. And for one, because she kind of knows what's up. If she's messing with Gus, I keep calling him Gus because I keep forgetting his name. With Giancarlo Esposito's character,
Stanley Johnston.
Yeah. Because she knows kind of like what's up, and she's just going to be, the trophy girl on his arm. So I feel like she's kind of maybe a bit more tied in, and she handled, taking care of a bullet wound with ease. Like, she wasn't shocked and freaking out. So I'm like, oh yeah, I think we're going to see a little bit more about you. Who else I think we're going to see a little bit more of, surprisingly, is Eddie and Freddy's mom, because she knows, she knew what her husband was up to. And she wasn't like, you need to stop doing this and you're going to hurt yourself. She pretty much was like, you're a grown man who's going to make grown man decisions. I'm not going to say anything, but I hope you're smart about it. I'm just, surmising how I interpreted how she was saying it. I think that's an interesting character. And I feel like we're going to see that shotgun again. There's something about Guy Ritchie and shotguns. And I'm wondering, for all of my huge Guy Ritchie fans, are these the same? Is this the same shotgun that was in Lock, Stock? Because, how important and valuable that shotgun was. And we talked briefly earlier regarding, like, is there a Ritchie verse, right? Like, does all of this happen in the same space? And how funny would that be if that was the shotgun that was in Lock, Stock, you know, to kind of like connect the worlds. So if you do know something about that, that'll be kind of fun to kind of like throw into the comments so we can kind of like them all over. Yo, man, just anything else that just blows your hair back about what you've just seen, man?
No, I think it's interesting. So if you go for the movie, Mickey Pearson said that he got into the, and I guess across the pond, they call it Bush.
Okay.
The Bush game. Apparently, you know, the top of their bush is the White Widow super cheese.
White Widow super cheese.
Yeah. But he got into the Bush game because people didn't die behind the Bush game. You know what I'm saying? People didn't kill people. But then again, he had to cement his reputation and let people know that he meant business about his business. So it did get sticky there for a while. But that's because he had to stand on business. Everybody stayed in lane. There's people did the heroin, people did the cocaina, and you know, and now we got Stanley Johnson who comes in and he's doing the meth, a whole different lane. But as we see, we've already got bodies piling up behind the Bush game, just like in the movie. And that's because people perceive weakness. Just like the movie, Matthew Berger started a whole line of chaos because he wanted to drive the price down and he perceived weakness. Even though I don't want to see Matthew McConaughey or like Charlie Hunnam or anything, I think it would be interesting if we did see some other people show up, that it'd be like, you know, again, part of that Ritchie verse or whatever.
Right.
Like if Raymond's two henchmen, Bunny and the other dude or whatever, like if they showed up or something, you know, like that would be interesting. Like give me smaller characters show up, and like you said, other stuff that shows up from other movies. That's because if we saw something, Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, of course, is the big one. But if you saw something show up from Snatch, just like maybe the crowd of gypsies and they're attached to Mickey, Brad Pitt's character. If you saw something from, you know, Rock and Roller, you know, just little tidbits, little things like that, that would be interesting. Because we do it in a lot of other properties, in our Star Wars and our Marvel and all these things, these things that are played to somewhat fan service, but give homage to other things in the universe. So to do something like this would be interesting to do, especially since they had a Lock, Stock, and Smoking Barrels TV show, but it didn't make it past the pilot. They had a Snatch TV show that made it 21 whole episodes. So now to do this, another TV show based on the universe, that would be interesting. But I'm definitely ready for the ride that we're gonna go on. So
yeah, I mean we're officially a quarter of the way there, I think, because there's only 8 episodes. We're officially a quarter of the way there. Yeah, and I'm still on board. I'm curious to know what you all think in the chat, and also thank you again for being Patreon members. And we hope that we're giving you some additional, you know, good experiences for your involvement within the Patreon. You know, it's all about giving you quality content. Let us know if there's anything else you want us to talk about, and please let us know. Ask some questions for us that we will happily, you know, post onto the YouTube pages as well, just as a way of putting you all first, because you all are important. You all taking that extra step, and we want to make sure that is recognized. I think I'm about done regarding like a deeper dive regarding episode 2. Do you have any final thoughts or anything else you want to close out?
No, just again, thank you to all the patrons, and you know what I'm saying, leave us great comments and great questions, and not only will we, you know, try to answer them on the regular YouTube channel so that everybody gets to see some of you great people, but if you want to, we even shout you out, because you know he says it at the beginning of every show, but you know, without you, this isn't possible. So
yes,
thank you.
Big facts. All right. Well, thank you for your time. Let us know what we got right, what we got wrong. And the phone is always, what did we miss? And we will catch you all on the next episode. Take care. Peace.